Surprise,
All I can tell y'all is that it's about to go down.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the greatest show on planet Earth.
My man.
This is the Toolbox.
Enemy spotted.
Featuring Zach Ristomaki,
Oh, hell no.
Stuart King Winsek, and Jarrett Andrews.
I like turtles.
Check this out.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Toolbox time!
It's episode 11 of the Toolbox, the only place in America where you get day of votes and results. Because here we are, 4 days later from the presidential election, and we still don't know who wins.
3 days later.
You know, it'll be 4 by the time it's all done. You know what? You probably are hearing this, and we still don't know who won the election.
Man, if we don't know by Monday, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. Anyway, happy weekend to you fellas. I'm Jared Andrews, joined along with Stu Winsek and Zach Ristomaki. And guys, what a week. What a weird week.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like everybody's checking their phones every 3 minutes. They're wondering where the Toolbox was on Monday. They had to wait in line all day on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're watching the Toolbox reruns through the rest of the week, so they've been occupied, you know?
Uh-huh.
It's been a crazy week for everybody.
Who's doing that?
America.
Oh. Waiting to hear some news on the president. The Browns don't play this week. America's team doesn't play this week.
I think
So
we've already done more politics in this episode than we have in any other episode.
I just realized I'm wearing a shirt that condones sports and politics.
Great start.
the best kind of shirt.
But
We told Jared he couldn't wear sweatshirts anymore, and this is
you
what
did?
we got.
I don't remember you saying that to me, but
Politics.
I'm glad I can,
You can't wear the
abide by the
champion-
laws.
You can't wear the champion hoodies.
Under the sweatshirt was a message. Jarrett's message. Jarrett, what is that message you're trying to condone with that shirt?
That basketball is cooler than politics.
That's fair.
I mean, cooler, yeah. More important, probably not.
Well, yeah, you know. Depends on who you ask.
I mean, yeah, cooler, let's put some sunglasses on a dog, but
I
is
would
they going to
say-
make decisions?
I would go as far as to say LeBron James is probably one of the most important people in America.
It's true.
I can't argue that. I cannot. I wish I could. It hurts
No.
me that I can't, but gosh darn it, he is one of the faces of America right now.
And are we talking about the LeBron James, like in Akron, 6'8", 4 rings, or are we talking about LeBron K. James?
That's another great question.
That's a good
And we're going to get to these questions and more here on the Toolbox today. We're hitting those hard questions that everybody's asking.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Like, why is it taking so long for Nevada to finish counting votes?
it's taken 3 days to count under 2 million votes. It's crazy. It's crazy.
All right.
But that's enough of that. Stu's news. What do we got, Stu?
I'm not a strong counter either, so I'm not going to throw any shade at Nevada. Now, I've got a couple of very wildly interesting stories coming up. Now, Zach, you wouldn't have said whoa if you weren't looking at my screen.
And it begins.
I'm not going to cheat on the game.
I wish that were the case, bud. So there were so many news stories that I couldn't decide, so I'm going to rapid fire a couple headlines for you, Jarrett.
It's like a
New?
weekend update.
New Walker, Texas Ranger.
Chuck Norris?
Stay tuned.
Nice.
Thanks. Get a look at these extremely controversial.
Controversial.
No,
If you want to say
not
it.
even that.
I don't
It's
think any of it-
controversial.
All right, we're going to go with the Jarrett
Controversial.
pronunciation.
If you guys need to say that word, just come to me. I'll say it for you.
All right, get a look at these extremely
That's your cue.
Controversial.
rankings of Thanksgiving sides.
Ooh.
Yep.
Nice.
Jarrett's a big Thanksgiving guy,
That's
or
my
so I've
favorite
been
holiday,
told.
yeah.
There's so many good ones.
How do you decide?
I know. It was a very big week. I want to get into space law, which is kind of going to be a big deal throughout the show.
Like Star Wars?
No, not like Star Wars.
International
like,
trade disputes.
like real life.
They
like,
can start wars.
We're almost at the
So
point where
Star
it's time to start like moving towards like Mars and towards the moon. And Elon
We're not
Musk
doing a great job on Earth. Hold on.
has some pretty strong opinions on who's going to rule where. Also got to touch on Kanye.
Sure.
Big
Love
friend of the
that guy.
show. Big friend of the show. Want to jump
Poor
on
guy.
in with election coverage with him?
Got 10,000 votes in Tennessee.
Did he really?
He did.
Yeah.
He did. Oh my
Dude, that's
gosh.
almost as much as was it Harambe in 2016 that got like all the votes?
He got 6,000 in Ohio and PA.
I think D's Nuts in 2016 had a pretty good run for a little bit too.
I mean, it used to just be Justin Bieber, but now like all of these other ones.
Look, man, memes are the economy now.
You gotta focus if you want any real change.
Mhm.
Fair.
So if you want to see change, we all have to get together and vote on the same celebrity.
Right.
You have to sing that
We can't
David
be
Bowie song.
No, you can't be splitting the vote with Jay Biebs and Kanye.
Morgan Freeman.
Kanye was actually running, though.
It doesn't
True.
matter if you're running or not. I'm pretty sure.
There's two reasons that Justin Bieber can't even be elected president of the United States.
He's Canadian.
He's Canadian and he's like 27.
He's also Canadian.
Yeah.
So,
If you want to see change, you have to be the force that makes it happen. And we are that force that makes that happen.
let's make it so foreigners can run the country.
All right. Well, when you say it like that, I'm gonna put that in the maybe pile. Fair. I want to think about it a little
I
bit
mean,
more.
We still have no
Keanu
Other
Reeves
choice,
is from Canada.
I feel like I want to work on some of those, like,
We don't have a board.
No, so like it's everything's in the maybe pile right now. We can't really move anything.
still in the maybe pile. All right. For as bad of an
As with-
idea as that was,
As with most of our video ideas that we've come up with in the maybe pile.
Firmly.
wonderful. All right. So outside of that, I mean, there's still several more headlines that I have to get to. We had Halloween.
Yeah.
Halloween was
we
good.
were all there.
it was crazy.
Talked about the costume that I was gonna wear.
Oh yeah, we have to have a follow up, don't we?
I did not do that.
Which one?
You didn't do the Hooters?
Either?
Stay tuned.
Okay.
Oh.
Didn't do any of it.
The tease.
That's how you keep people coming back. And now we go to commercial, if we had any.
We don't.
This ad is brought to you by
Don't.
Do it.
Don't say it because we can get in trouble.
I don't even know what you're talking
Stellar
about.
Aqua. The best water you can drink.
You didn't say the actual name.
Stellar Aqua.
It's pretty close. It's a fancy name, so the pronunciation.
Stellar Aqua.
Just
Yeah.
make sure when you're taking a drink, the brand label is away from the camera.
Just put your hand over it.
Just grip your
Just
beer like a psychopath.
Yeah. Just ham-handedly hold your beer.
This is clearly a local brew made out of somebody's garage.
Stews.
I was at a bar one time and I saw somebody drink a beer and it scarred me for life. They did hold it like this and they shoved like the neck of the beer like halfway down their mouth and chugged it. It was really disturbing.
How do you drink like that?
Should we find out?
No.
Okay.
There's only one way, too.
You know what? Camera's off. I'll give it a shot.
Camera's on, dude.
Okay, I've already done enough to diminish my dignity
You're right. That's for
before
TikTok.
we even added
That's
an episode.
That's for TikTok
Okay.
video, okay?
It's not true.
Mm.
You can always do more for the brand. Alright, so we'll put that in the maybe pile as well. Jarrett doing something to a bottle of beer.
As if we've not name dropped like Bud Light, Miller Lite, and everything else.
Bud Light Platinum, Buffalo
Big fan of the platinum.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Fanciest of
Red
all
Lobster
Bud
even
Lights.
got a moment in the spotlight too.
Lobster got a moment in the spotlight. We talk about Taco Bell like once a week.
Dude, speaking of fast food, I saw something on TikTok for a Chick-fil-A sandwich. Okay, you guys need to try it. I had it today. Okay, so you get spicy Chick-fil-A sandwich.
I do that always.
You get mac and cheese,
Okay.
their buffalo sauce,
Their buffalo sauce.
Chick-fil-A sauce,
Chick-fil-A sauce is amazing.
and their potato waffle things, right?
They're fries.
Quesadilla.
Yeah. So, no. You get the sandwich, okay? You take the top bun off. You put the Chick-fil-A sauce on the bun. Yeah, excuse me.
Should we have a segment cooking with Jarrett?
That'd be fun.
This sounds like just
You-
stoner.
you
So you
take-
take the...
Oh,
yeah, this
trust
is-
me.
All right.
stoner meals.
Stoner meals from a non-stoner. Yeah.
You
Honestly.
take the buffalo sauce, you put it in the mac and cheese, you mix it up.
Okay.
So you got buffalo mac and cheese.
Sure.
That's what happens when you mix the two. Correct.
You put the mac and cheese on top of the spicy chicken,
Okay.
okay? You put the waffle fries on top of that,
I'm following.
and you put the bun with the Chick-fil-A sauce on top of all of it,
Uh-huh.
and you have a massive spicy buffalo mac and cheese
Mm-hmm.
French fry sandwich.
Okay.
It was really good.
It sounds good.
It was really
You
messy.
should have brought some.
So
Yeah.
all right, so
You're gonna
so,
talk about it,
All
not
right,
bring it,
well,
man.
so you've completed that sandwich, and it was a little messy. It was real good.
Well, now we have an idea for a video.
Altogether, it was like a $12 sandwich. So it's not really worth it, but it's definitely
Anything's worth it if there's flavor.
it's definitely an experience if you want to try something new.
I mean, I just went to Chick-fil-A the other day, and it's Chick-fil-A, so I mean,
If money is no issue, then
I'm
that's
going
a
to-
sandwich you select.
I'm going to Five Guys every day if money's no issue.
yeah, Five Guys is amazing. Oh my god, I can deal with the
Are
stomach
they more
ache if it's
expensive
Five
than
Guys.
those?
Oh, dude, Five Guys,
Five Guys is
is
insane.
yeah.
What?
Everything's
If you
like
want-
an extra $1.
If you want like a double cheeseburger, it's like $13.
But it's so good, and their fries and their shakes. Oh my
Good
God.
thing about their fries, though, you can get a small. They just like load them all into the bag. So
They
you don't have-
literally just like just dump them into the bag.
So the key is if you have a Five Guys close to your house, that's good. If you have one that's far away from your house, that's bad because you have to drive it all the way back to your house, and by that time, the grease is soaked into the bag, and you pick it up, and everything falls through.
That's why you just eat it in your car. Like I
This
do.
was very greasy.
That's why you just eat it in your car.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I do.
Love me some Five Guys
Yeah.
every once in a while
So Stu,
when it's appropriate.
you have a plethora of Stu's News topics.
I have an aggressive amount, and do you want to start on the serious, the fun, or the quizzical?
What about the seriously fun?
That was
Seriously,
Jarrett. Why, Jarrett? You've got three options.
seriously, and quizzically fun.
Oh.
I'm gonna
A seriously fun quiz.
The hell is this?
Or a funly serious quiz.
seriously mute the mic.
Ooh,
You don't know how to do that.
he's just gonna like throw the board off the table and
Zach.
hope it finds out.
Zach hit the button.
He dumps his stellar aqua all over the
There
board.
are 3 buttons. No, there are more than 3 buttons.
Let's go serious first. Let's get it out of the way.
Out of the way.
Yeah. And we can save the second half of the show for fun and quizzes.
All right.
That's fair.
So, as far as serious stories go, Jarrett, I've got some bad news.
Oh, great.
And you wanted serious, and I hate to lead with this, but Lamar Odom's fiance, she called off the engagement after claiming Lamar has some things to work through.
No way.
Could it be
No.
a mountain of cocaine?
Dude, how about Lamar Odom and Delonte West? So sad for both of them.
Delonte West is
Lamar
doing,
Odom
is doing his thing. He's
Lamar
recovering.
Odom has never had the issues that Delonte West has.
Delonte
Delonte
West
West
is
was
also
homeless.
recovering.
Lamar Odom was also on crack for a long time.
Yeah, but he's never been broke
Yeah.
and homeless.
Okay,
It's only an issue if you don't have money.
he was found
That's true.
passed out, overdosed in a brothel. So
Yeah.
And he was married to a Kardashian at the same time.
And
That's an
they brought
average
him home.
life
Are these-
for someone in a Kardashian family.
are these good things? I don't understand.
That makes it okay.
All right.
If you're married to a Kardashian,
It
it's just
doesn't
entertainment.
matter.
Okay.
If you're not, then it's sad.
Welcome to America.
Yeah,
That's
basically.
Hollywood.
Money makes everything okay.
Mm.
Which is
Unless
why
you
we gotta
live-
sell this show.
Unless you live in a certain state.
Neither do I. I think that was some political mumbo jumbo.
I don't follow.
Well, technically, but we'll find out. It's in the episode.
So I've got another very serious headline. Because I've got so many news stories, I'm not even jumping in. I'm just giving you the headlines.
Give us the headlines too.
The write-in votes for Kanye West and penis jokes slowed down the Georgia vote count.
So that's what's been taking so long.
Giggity, yeah.
You would think at this point they would have some sort of a setting on the ballot machines that would just filter that.
It's like somebody put like my cock's long, huge erection, Ben Dover,
And you have to record all of those.
D's nuts.
Like the write-in ones?
And they're like, Joe Biden, thank God. All right, tally one
Someone voted.
Tally one for Joe.
Someone actually voted.
He's actually behind Mike Cox.
And huge erection takes a giant lead in Georgia.
Well, speaking of voting,
The truth is, neither of them were leading at any point.
the only serious candidates, yes. So speaking of voting, New Jersey saw a huge spike in people Googling how to roll a joint. That was sparked by the state's legalization of marijuana.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I can't be the only one who's like feeling left out by the amount of states that are legalizing weed.
Ohio sucks.
Right?
It's so stupid.
Like,
We've got our racism. We've got our current laws
Corn.
going for us.
Corn.
that's a positive.
Yeah.
A lot of Amish, a lot of Mormon.
True. Oh my god.
Cincinnati. Which, well,
Cincinnati?
They've got the Bengals.
They're technically Kentucky.
I know. I always consider Cincinnati Kentucky. But they did vote blue, so I don't know what that means.
I was surprised by that as well, but
That's
let's not
an
get into
aggressive amount of politics talk
Yeah.
with this show, gentlemen.
let's not get into it.
Well, I don't know what blue means. I just saw there was a little blue mark, so.
I feel like they
I
were
don't know how
sad.
to read the map. I just know what it says.
So they are Jedi fighting the Sith. There's a lot more Sith in Ohio.
Okay, now you're really getting political.
Well, I don't know the difference, Zach. Okay, all I know is blue means Jedi and red means Sith.
While we're on this subject of fun, Oregon becomes the first state to decriminalize all drugs, and it approves mushrooms for therapeutic treatment.
That's crazy.
That's actually really cool. I've been reading a lot about that, actually.
Jarrett,
Josh
I've
introduced
heard Zach's thoughts on this. I want to hear yours. What are your thoughts
My thoughts on this one on the show.
without being influenced by anybody else on the show?
You know, I think for the most part it's a good thing, but there are some very damaging drugs out there that I think people should be charged for peddling or having possession of.
Okay.
Like
So you
heroin,
think
for
this
example,
is a bad idea?
methamphetamine, crack.
Well,
Those are all very bad drugs, and I
So-
think people should go to jail for abusing or peddling.
Before Zach jumps in here, so you think this was a bad idea to legalize all this?
No, not. It's not a bad idea.
Not all of it.
because
Just
not
some
all
of
of it.
it.
Just a few drugs here and there. I think should be
So you've
should
got
still
like,
be criminalized. Yeah.
so you don't treat it as like a bubble. You treat them as all different offenders.
Mhm.
So you're saying that only some drug abusers should be punished, not all.
Yes.
Okay. And you want to point out which ones you want to punish?
I just did.
The people that dabble in not only everything else, but also which ones?
Am I saying it again?
Yes.
Heroin,
Okay.
meth,
Okay.
sure.
crack,
Correct.
Fair.
Okay.
and those are the three off the top of my head right now.
So you would rather them not like get help? You'd rather see them thrown in jail.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Run the slammer.
Yeah.
Forget about them.
Yep.
20 to life.
Yeah.
Slam it.
Just think about it. Okay.
You made your mistake. It's
Ready?
over
Hold on.
forever.
If you get a speeding ticket, right? Is that going to stop you from speeding?
Death sentence.
Oh my God, Stu.
But, okay, so the whole idea of this, the whole idea of this is to put those people who are using the drugs through rehab to rehabilitate
But
them.
they're not sending them through rehab.
They are.
They're giving them a fine.
No,
No.
they're sending them through
No.
rehab.
Are they?
Currently,
It's the law.
All right. Well,
Currently.
then the state of Oregon is going to run out of money because they're going to be sending a lot of people through rehab.
now it's actually cheaper to send them through the rehab than it is to keep them in prison.
You know how much money prisons bring in?
It's actually pretty
I feel
expensive.
pretty teamed up on right now.
No, we're
It's
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, educate me, please. Please educate me.
We're well in the works of it, my friend.
Mm.
So, when you actually help somebody get through their addictions instead of throwing them in jail,
Why can't you do both?
you can't.
Why
because
does
one is
why?
a separate entity.
Whoa.
Well, you asked a question
Bah.
and then you interrupted my
I didn't
answer.
finish my question.
You asked me a question though.
I was going to say,
Oh, you were going to.
why
okay.
can't we reform prison as a place to actually rehabilitate people instead of just locking them in a cell without them being able to do anything?
Well, it's a very different conversation
That
that
is a
you and I are
different
having
conversation.
right now.
That's a good point. But it is a different conversation. It is a different conversation.
I mean, I'm having it right now.
Yeah. All right. So if you want to have that conversation, yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, I'm fully on board with
But
Thank
your,
you.
Your current argument of let's send everybody that does X, Y, and Z drugs to jail isn't going to help them.
Also, the punishment is different for people selling the drugs
I'm
versus using
I'm
in
aware.
possession.
I'm aware.
I'm just saying, because what you said was peddling and possessing,
Yes.
which are two different things
Now,
under that law.
is there anything else that we can yell at Jared about while we're on this subject? Because I feel like we've got a good double team going.
I can defend myself. Thank you very much.
You're doing well, yeah.
No, you
Yeah.
are.
Keeping
You
your
are.
chops. You haven't cried once. We're doing good.
I'm about to.
Yeah, that's what's happening in Oregon.
All right.
I saw, Jared, you'll appreciate this. You're the resident meme guy.
Okay.
There's a meme walking the town. Are you familiar with the game The Oregon Trail?
It's the Oregon Trail, but yes.
Alright, so the Oregon Trail. Are you sure it's the Oregon Trail?
Yep.
Okay, so
I think you're the only person here who pronounces
which
it
is
Oregon.
fine. This is fine. So the Oregon Trail. Everybody says they're going to take the Oregon Trail now that all drugs are legalized in Oregon.
Oregon.
No, he said it was the Oregon Trail. It doesn't mean he's got the state wrong as well.
Just sounds like it's Oregon.
I hate it when people say Oregon.
Why?
Because it's not right.
How is it not?
It's Oregon.
How?
Okay.
Who
Stu,
told
Zach.
you how to say it that way?
My family who lives in the state. My mom was born in Oregon. My grandparents lived in Oregon. My uncle lives in Oregon.
I have never heard it pronounced the Oregon Trail.
The state directly north of Oregon is what? Washington. O-N. You don't pronounce it Washington, do you? No, you
No,
say
yeah, I do.
Washington.
Washington.
Oregon.
Oh, it's clearly an O, not an A.
It's ridiculous. It's Oregon, and I will not
All
have
right,
it
well,
any other way.
You
Take
said,
a trip to the state.
You said
okay?
Your mom used to live
The
there.
correct pronunciation uses 3 syllables. Oregon.
Or gun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's acceptable. Oregon is not. It's not an octagon. It's not Oregon.
Oh, we're not
It's
describing
Oregon.
its shape. We're calling it by its name.
Oregon.
Yeah.
Fine. Oregon. No. It's that simple.
You know what? I hate to admit this. He is correct.
Thank you. I know I'm correct.
This says right here. It's Oregon, not Oregon or Oregon. Where you pronounce the E or the G-O-N.
See,
Alright, well,
this time you double teamed me, and I came out the victor. So
That's fine.
What's the
You
website?
defended yourself correctly.
Presidentoftheworld.com.
President
That was on
of the
Google.
world.com.
Yeah, Google. What was it? The third search?
No,
I
it
don't
was
want
actually,
your Urban
it
Dictionary
was actually
BS.
the first thing that said, how is Oregon pronounced?
I still haven't accepted that.
Well,
So if we have any other Oregon questions, we'll go to Jarrett,
Mhm.
because apparently he's the expert.
fair enough.
Spent 4 weeks of my life in that state.
Hey, man, that's more than I have.
Just visiting.
Continuously?
No,
There you go.
in total.
There it is.
Still more than I have.
Uh-huh.
So,
Resident expert over here.
So while we're
That's
on voting and all that jazz, which I think we still kind of are, bad news, fellas. I don't know if you've heard, Kanye's out.
you joking?
He's out.
Poor guy lost a
What
job.
about my vote?
After receiving 50,000 votes, one of which was Zach's.
In total?
But do not fret. Why? Because he promises to run again in 2024.
Saw that.
Wow.
Yeah. Good news, everybody.
I honestly can't believe he lost.
If at first you don't succeed,
Poor guy had less votes than Joe Jorgensen.
Run it back.
now we all knew that was coming. Chakra, right?
I'm shocked.
Now, this is, I don't know, I mean, everybody's familiar with the Walker Texas Ranger because it became such a thing. Now, did either of you gentlemen actually watch the original show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way you said, I've watched. Yeah.
Well, because Jared had already said yeah, so I just said yeah.
My dad would come home from work every day while it was still like on any television network reruns, and he would sit down, turn on Walker Texas Ranger, and piss off my mom because she hated it, and I loved it. I loved every second of it, dude.
I watched an episode where Chuck Norris kicked out the back windshield of a car with a roundhouse kick, and I was instantly hooked.
It's funny how that show works. Like, Chuck Norris always gets in these big group fights where he has to fight like 8 guys at a time.
Mm-hmm.
They all try to fight him one-on-one. It never works.
Yeah, no.
Maybe send 2 guys at once.
That seems to
They have
work.
honor.
That seems to be the same way it works in every single movie or TV show ever, except for that one scene in Captain America.
You know what? In the eyes of a ranger, the unsuspected stranger, you better know the truth from wrong from right, okay? Because the eyes of the ranger are upon you.
Jared's definitely watched the show, okay?
Alright, so let's listen to this revamp that we've got going on here.
Alrighty.
So, it stars Jared Radalecki.
Sounds like a
I'm pretty
mixture
sure
of.
that's a P.
Sounds like a mixture.
Radalecki?
Oh, let's say. Sounds like a mixture of me and Zach's name.
I thought that was Zach's last
It
name.
kinda does.
So that was the dude from Supernatural, the one with the brown hair.
Long. He's got
So
super
he's
long
got like
hair.
hair like
I
that.
never watched Supernatural.
He's got the.
Neither did
he's
I,
got
but
the
we've
Chuck
all seen
Norris
enough
beard
pictures
already.
of Supernatural to know it's 2 dudes.
No.
Sometimes 3.
Like,
Hold on.
if you Google Supernatural, a
I'll
picture
look
of
him
2
up again
dudes.
to show Jared.
Okay.
Jared, come on.
What? What? See, I've never seen that man before in my life.
I've never seen that man before in my life, Your Honor.
Officer, I swear, I do not know who that man is.
All right. Well, if I'm the officer, I'm not believing that. So that gentleman that you just saw, that you claim to have never seen before in your life, which I do not believe, he plays Cordell Walker, a widower, and a father of 2, with his own moral code, who returns home to Austin after being undercover for 2 years, only to discover there's harder work to be done at home.
Not watching. No Chuck Norris. No interest. Sorry.
I feel like it's not going to be as, like, well, I mean, I don't know, because the Lethal Weapon reboot was actually not bad. But
There's a Lethal Weapon reboot?
yeah, it got a TV reboot, and it's actually entertaining.
You'd have to like Lethal Weapon to watch that, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably.
See, I was all for the Chuck Norris was the big draw of that show. He was.
Partly that, and partly it was like
It's the
almost.
action.
Well,
For me.
it was almost like a western.
Yeah.
And how do you shoot a western in today's
Is it today's
America?
Is it today's Austin, Texas?
That's like that's
We're
what
trying our food. Everything's great here.
Austin, Texas is like a super like foodie city where like there's like startup companies and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's not Wild West.
It's a very 2020 city.
It's a very forward city. So
I don't think Cordell's going to be having too many Spirit Vision quests going on in Austin,
there's
Texas.
not going to be a lot of roundhouse kicking in that show.
They're not going to be at like that bar they used to go to, like CD's bar. There's going to be at like
He's going to be at a hookah bar.
a gastropub.
Yeah, like breaking like their artesian made tables. Of,
Right.
Yeah,
like,
the bad guys are going to be some like really liberal douchey guys wearing like scarves.
They're going to be
Don't
eco-terrorists.
ruin this for me.
It's a remake, and they're in Austin, Texas.
And
Look,
when you say it like that, it
it's
makes too
very-
much
it's
sense.
very-
He was gone for 2 years. He's gonna come back, and it's just gonna be completely
Walker,
different.
Texas Ranger,
It's
walks in
very
and
rare.
complains to the manager. He's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, Heard you were treating some people unfairly, and I don't want
need
that
to
in my
stop
town.
that.
Cordell comes in, everybody's wearing a mask. He's like, what the hell is going on?
What
Not
the
my
hell?
town. We're free here.
My freedoms.
No, see, Walker never liked to carry a gun. Now in Austin, he might legally not be allowed to carry a gun, so it might all work out.
Rooting for him.
But
right.
I did like Walker Texas Ranger growing up.
I don't know. We'll see how that goes, I guess. I mean, I won't watch it, but we'll see how that goes.
Neither will I.
There's really nothing new where I'm like, oh, I have to watch that.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, see, if Chuck Norris was coming back, then they'd be like, okay, I might have to watch that.
Well,
see
he
what's
came
up.
back in The Expendables. Did you watch that?
No.
Yeah, there you go.
Because he wasn't Cordell Walker.
Actually, I did watch that. He was in Expendables 2. It was like a short
I watched that.
short cameo, too.
How was it?
Those movies are they're the Fast and Furious of like 80s
Murder.
stars.
Yeah.
And like killing people and explosions.
It's really like extremely gory for no reason. Like the first movie, like one of the first scenes is a guy's head getting shot with a grenade launcher. And his like whole head just explodes.
I saw one of them. I don't remember which one, but for some reason, the actor who played Ivan Drago was in it, and it made no sense to me.
It's literally every 80s star
Dolph Lundgren
you can think
is that
of.
gentleman's
Dolph
name.
Lundgren, right?
Yeah, every 80s star you can think of
Took me a minute.
is in those movies. And then Terry Crews.
It's like
was
Jet
also
Li
those
is in
movies.
there.
Yeah. Jet Li, Chuck Norris, Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Sylvester Stallone,
Bruce Willis.
obviously.
Stallone, Bruce Willis. I think Randy Couture was in one too. He was in
Yeah,
that.
they
sure
had
was.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
What was her name?
Wait, what did
The female MMA fighter.
Ronda Rousey?
Yeah,
Oh,
she was in it.
Oh my
She was
God.
in it.
Do you remember that project we had, the green screen project with Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah, what the hell was that?
What was he saying again? I forget.
Get down, put
He's like, get down!
Yeah, he was just screaming with his accent, so you really couldn't understand what it was anyways.
And you could put him in like a field of like puppies and stuff.
Get down, they're gonna shoot us! And then like an explosion happens.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Yeah,
You weren't there.
you weren't. That was one of the months you weren't there.
One of those months.
Was I camping? Was I at camp again?
I don't know.
Maybe.
And then you came back and you were like, let's do this show I have an idea for. And I was like, okay.
World class.
Okay, guy who hasn't been here.
What's your name again?
I'm electric. Don't worry about it.
Boogie Oogie Oogie.
Alright, so that was a good job on all of those ones. I think I've got like 2 headlines left. One being the scientists have discovered hell. And it's a distant exoplanet with temperatures over 5,400 degrees.
Now, do they know Satan lives there?
They cannot say for certain, but at the same time, this does lend credibility to the Scientology religion. Thoughts?
How?
Exactly.
Hell is in outer space. Go.
Hell could be outer space and Christianity, too.
Not true.
I mean, hell is kind of
Space is heaven in Christianity. Duh.
Why?
Read the book.
Well,
why is it?
no, not necessarily.
Why is
Very
it?
specific
Why is
book,
it
the
hell,
Bible.
Stu? Why is it hell? Because it's hot.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Duh.
Because it's 5,400 degrees.
All right. Well, then
It's
I
in
guess
the name.
Florida's hell too. I always knew that, but
Yeah, it's the closest thing.
now science is backing it
You know
up.
how,
Florida's
you
a
know how-
warm up, bud.
You know how West Virginia is almost heaven? Florida is almost hell.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd go to West Virginia and be like, oh, this is heaven. All the trailer parks and...
Hey.
Well, if you're in the mountains.
All right, we're really attacking both the states where my family hails from. Okay.
Oh, my family's a lot of them are from West Virginia.
Yeah, I know.
too,
Me
but-
too.
All of a sudden,
It's
I
not
feel
great,
like,
but it's definitely not terrible.
I feel like I've grown like an inch or two, like just above both of you guys after these conversations.
Almost
'Cause
heaven.
frankly, your backstories are disgusting, mate.
West Virginia being almost heaven makes me weary about going to heaven.
It depends who you ask. You know.
Have you never been to like the hills, the mountains
It
of
is-
West Virginia?
it is very
It's
nice, yeah.
Extremely scenic and beautiful.
Very relaxing. Nice
Until you get to the bottom and there's
drive through the
trailer
mountains.
parks.
I used to hunt in West Virginia.
Same.
Fun story. I got my 8 point there.
Stew hunting is
Fun story.
something I
We
did
saw
not-
we saw one deer and we couldn't tell if it was a doe or a buck, so we didn't shoot it. And then I fell asleep. And
Alright.
then I woke up and ate a sandwich.
All right. Well, we could have ended that story a couple pegs in.
Just say it was fun.
Could have ended,
Like,
ended it right after we didn't shoot anything.
I didn't do anything, but it was fun.
Was the sandwich like a real big part of that story?
Yeah, because it was the day after
good.
Thanksgiving leftover turkey sandwich
Oh.
I didn't even know it was the day after
with
Thanksgiving.
mashed potatoes and gravy. Hello.
All right, so you saw a deer and then didn't shoot it.
Those are the
and then
best
you
kind.
fell asleep and had a sandwich.
Yeah.
A
And that is your
Thanksgiving
hunting
leftover
experience.
sandwich.
Yeah. That was the one time I've ever went deer hunting in my life.
You're underselling the amount of
All right, man. Like,
greatness that comes out of the Thanksgiving leftover sandwich.
no, I feel like he did a great job of summing up that story. He saw a deer, didn't get it, went home, napped, and then.
No,
had
I
a
didn't go
sandwich.
home and nap. I napped right in the little spot we were in.
No, he had. It's
It's
not
not better.
just a sandwich.
It's not
Stu.
better. It's not.
It is not just a
Zach,
sandwich.
we're
You gotta
not about the
understand.
sandwich right now.
You gotta
Zach.
understand.
It's
My-
not about the sandwich.
My dad
It is.
dragged me out of my bed when I was 12. Dragged me out of my bed. It was like 3 in the morning. We like march up a hill, and then he's like, "Yeah, you can sleep if you want. I'll wake you up if I see anything." I'm like, "Cool." So I fell asleep. He woke me up. Was like, "Jared, there's a deer down there. Look through the scope. I swear to God, if you shoot, I'll kill you." I'm like, "Okay." So I look through the scope. I'm like, "Yeah, I see like brown fur that's moving." He's like, "Do you see its head?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Well, I'm not gonna swear." He said, "Frick." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "We can't shoot it if it's a girl. It's against the
Didn't
law."
you
I'm like,
just
"Oh."
say the.
Yeah, you've heard several times
You
before that.
just.
in
You
that
literally just
story.
said, "If you shoot it, I'll fucking kill you."
I did?
Yeah.
It's alright. No.
Oh.
Limiting cursing isn't a bad thing. So it was not like the same for me, but similar. Where I'm like, oh, I have to do this. All right, let's go. Like, sure, I'll wake up early. Let's go out and
Mine
kill
was
some
always,
animals. I'm hyped.
Mine
Yeah.
was always fishing. It wasn't hunting normally. It was always fishing.
Yeah, I fished a lot in my day.
You didn't grow up as a hunter, but as a fisher.
Yeah, my dad went hunting a lot, but I never went. I guess I went fishing though.
I mean, to each their own. Like, looking
Yeah.
back, I was like, that's not something like I want to continue doing. It's cool that I did it. But,
Yeah.
like,
Fishing
Cool
is
experience.
kind of fun. I
Yeah,
guess.
same. It was a cool experience. Would I do it again? Probably not. But
fishing's different. I feel like anybody can like go out and be like, you know what? I don't even care. I want to go fishing.
Yeah.
And then, like, I love fishing.
yeah, fishing's very relaxing.
Last time I went fishing, I brought a pizza with me and just kind of sat there.
Yeah.
So-
Did you
Beers,
catch anything?
hot dogs.
Yeah, actually, I did.
What did you catch?
Little tiny thing.
Little
Tiny
bluegill.
thing.
Little bluegill. Did it have bluegills?
No.
Oh.
It was like orange or something.
What?
I'm talking about trophy fishing.
Well, I wasn't trophy fishing. I was chilling and relaxing, all
I
cool.
caught a snook almost as large as I was at the time.
Like the helicopter.
Like the fish.
Oh,
Talking about fishing, bud. Keep up.
right.
We went fishing in the Outer Banks one year, and there was like a thing of red drumfish. And it was it's a very rare fish to catch because they only like eat or like come up to the surface to eat like once every 4 months. But we were out there like, oh, we got red drumfish. And they like boom, they zoom to go get them because they're these
Oh, we're gonna get 'em.
they're these massive fish. And I was like 12.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, yeah, they're too big for you to catch, so you can just watch us. I'm like, oh, cool. So I saw my brother get one in. I saw my cousin. I saw my dad. They're all hitting like crazy, and I'm just sitting there like,
So if we ever want to hurt your feelings, just
Okay.
bring up red drumfish. Fish.
I don't care. I was mad at the time. Yeah, I felt left out. Now it's whatever.
No, can you write that down?
Red.
Does anybody have a pen?
It's fine. I caught
Red drumfish.
triggerfish, and there are also these fish that when you catch them, they snort like pigs.
Triggerfish.
They
by
might
red
as well be
drumfish.
called triggerfish.
Right.
Sure.
Because if you want to get Jarrett
let's
triggered,
see here.
you mention those fish.
For Jarrett.
And all of that stemmed from scientists have discovered hell.
You know, I can track it if you want me to.
No, I'm cool.
Okay.
We all knew where we were going.
Yeah, everybody knew that story would end with red drumfish in the Outer Banks.
Alright, I got one more headline before we figure out our list of like controversial sides. Just I hate to. You know what? I'm not even gonna do it. I wanted to so badly.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna get to
Just do it.
I'm not gonna get to the meat and potatoes of the article just yet. I want to get this one first.
You know what? Why did I encourage you?
You said I could do it.
But meat isn't really a side for Thanksgiving, so.
Doing it wrong. All right. So my last headline, gentlemen, is Tesla, famous for electric cars. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're selling a $250 tequila in a lightning-shaped bottle, and they say they're only doing it to make Elon Musk's April Fool's Day joke a reality. And if you look at the bottle, it looks like something out of the Avengers, and I need it.
Yeah.
Was that
Take a peek.
Was that joke the one where he
What?
said
Yeah.
he
How
had?
does
As
that
soon as you see it, you're like, you know what?
how does that stand up straight? I don't get it.
$250, take my money.
Is that
Yeah.
the April Fool's joke where Tesla had tweeted that they had gone bankrupt and that he had been passed out next to a Tesla car
I thought the April Fool's joke
from
was that
drinking too much
they were-
Tesla
they were-
whiskey or tequila or whatever.
I thought they were gonna sell flamethrowers. Wasn't that the
No,
April
they
Fool's joke?
sold flamethrowers.
Oh,
No, that was a real thing.
fun.
The flamethrowers?
It's kind of hard to tell the
The
difference.
what?
Flamethrowers.
The flamethrowers.
The thunder. It's all right.
Jerry,
We all-
you got here late.
we all know.
This is on you, man. Yeah, the flamethrowers are a real thing and still very much in action.
Yikes! That's something.
You want to dethaw your car
The
like a
boring-
boss.
The Boring Company sold those though, which is an offshoot of Tesla.
Tom, it wasn't boring, was it?
It was the Boring Company. I look it up, man.
So, do they go into detail about this April Fool's Day prank?
Yes.
Pretty sure it's the one I just said.
Oh, okay, that's fine then.
All right,
But
we're
did I-
we're doing our quiz.
But did I look into it?
Probably not.
Sure.
Did you expect it?
So let's just take Zach's word for it.
That's the reason for this
Hey,
one.
my
now,
word.
Now I'm pulling my mic up this way
Mm-hmm.
because as much as Zach says he can be trusted,
That's fine.
I don't trust you
Well,
at all.
I understand.
And even if there was a swearsies.
Well, that's
Swearsies, he says.
swearsies.
You like you're ready to drop a hot bar, Zach.
Hell yeah.
Lead us off, Zach. Get us into that Thanksgiving beats. Go.
Boom, pa-ching. Boom, boom, pa-chow.
He's giving you your beat.
Boom, pa-ching.
2
boom,
plus
boom,
3 is
pa-pow.
5. Quick maths.
It's been done, but not that well. Well done, sir.
2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 1, that's 3. Quick maths.
Yeah. So look, I went higher.
Oh.
I aimed higher and I succeeded.
Everyday men's on the block.
Not gonna lie.
Smoke trees.
He's got some good songs.
When I was in England, they showed that to me. And they were like, hey, Stu, you'll think this is funny. I'm like, probably not, but let's see it anyway. And I was
He's
like,
a-
this is
he's-
delightful.
He's a very popular English rapper now.
He's international, man.
He's,
Yeah.
okay, Big Shaq was never. He's a comedian.
No, he's a rapper.
No, at first he was a comedian, and Big Shaq
Yeah,
was
now
a
he
was a
is.
role he played. So he
Now
wasn't
he's
actually
a
that
rapper,
stupid.
though.
Yeah, that's funny.
He's not actually stupid, no. But
Island,
Maybe.
Island Records. Yeah, what was Island? You mean island? No, there's an S. It's Island.
That notebook and a pen.
well, I've got a pen here for you as well.
Wonderful. All right,
There
so,
you go, pal.
gentlemen, I'm going to need your top 4.
Top 4.
And there's going to be 5 on here. But your top 4 sides, back and forth, and you can copy each other.
Okay. Should I go first?
Go ahead.
Okay, Thanksgiving sides. Man, there's really 2 that I want to say. One is Thanksgiving themed, and you only eat it at Thanksgiving. So I don't know. if that'll
Fun
be
fact,
number 1.
you've got several more turns to guess the other
Mhm.
ones.
I know. So is this like a points if it's higher on the list, and we have it higher on our
Yeah.
list?
Yes.
So that's what I'm concerned about.
I
Let's just
would
go.
assume.
Number 1.
I'll go stuffing.
Number 1, you're going stuffing.
That's a fair guess. It's a good guess. Honestly.
All right, stop being polite. Start getting real.
Okay. For my number one, I'd go mashed potatoes just because it's personally mine.
I'll go mashed potatoes and gravy for number 2. I feel like you forgot the gravy.
I don't think it matters, but alright.
Well.
They're whispering to each other.
I don't know what he said.
Zach, you're up.
I'll go stuffing for 2.
Okay. Piggybacking off of Jarrett.
Totally.
Green beans.
The old GBs.
Cranberry sauce.
Jarrett.
Corn.
The artist playing in the background or the...
Corn.
If you have corn playing in the background,
Corn
of your
backwards
Thanksgiving
K, yes.
Gotta change this.
Need to make that a K. Backwards K.
dinner. All right. I'm gonna say sweet potatoes or yams.
Damn it.
All right.
That was 4. Oh, boy.
So Jarrett went stuffing, mashed potatoes, green beans, and then corn. Zach, you went mashed potatoes, stuffing, cranberries, and then sweet potatoes and or yams.
He went way more festive than I did. I went what tastes good.
Number 5, cranberry sauce.
Okay.
I'm in the top 5.
Zach got points.
Why?
Yeah.
We did a top 4. Cranberry sauce isn't in the top
You
4.
have to name 4. He's doing the top 5. He said.
Correct. I'm giving you some wiggle room.
All right.
It didn't help you.
You didn't wiggle.
Whatever.
Actually, this one wasn't bad. Green bean casserole.
Oh God, I love green bean casserole.
Will that count for me?
Sure does.
Let's go.
Yep.
It's a good one.
Number 3, stuffing.
3.
Yep.
Oh. Stuffing is delightful.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, mac and cheese.
Oh, forgot mac and cheese.
I don't really do mac and cheese at Thanksgiving.
We
You
do.
do mac and cheese all the time.
My dad smoked mac and cheese. It's
You do it
delicious.
year round.
Sounds like a weird way to get it into your body, but I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Mad at that.
You ever put a macaroni noodle in a grinder? No, I'm kidding.
And then the number 1 answer, mashed potatoes. Number 1 side.
So we tied.
Got a 1, 3, and a 5. A 1, 3, and a 4. Jared, you actually win.
1, 3, and 5 versus 1, 3, and 4. I would win.
No,
You were
it's a
5.
higher score.
You were 5.
Yeah, you had the 5. That was the rhyme. Cranberries is 5.
I thought those were how much points they were worth. My bad.
No.
I'm All right, that's fair.
Bad news, bud.
No,
Jarrett,
Oh, wait.
you know what, Zach? I'll say we tied. Okay?
why? Why are
'Cause-
you giving him that?
Because he did get the
Because
number 1
I put
answer
mashed
right.
potatoes first.
He did get the number 1 answer right.
I mean,
But he did have one that was not in the top 4.
yeah, I don't know.
And one of mine was the one that I had that he didn't
Well,
have.
you had corn and
Was-
he had
yeah.
sweets, so those cancel each other out.
All right, I win.
Sure, whatever. I don't care. It's just a stupid game.
Idiot. Loser.
Got me. Dude, oh my god. I feel so
Loser.
stupid. So dumb.
Good. That's what that game was
He
designed
doesn't know
for.
Thanksgiving sides. Nah.
You don't know what I prefer.
Jared actually came out and said he's a Thanksgiving guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I am more than happy to give him that holiday and let you champion that. And if you want to do anything special for that Thanksgiving holiday, by all means, my friend, if you think it's that great.
Ham over turkey. That's all I'll say.
You're going to put ham on turkey?
Ham over turkey. Turkey sucks. Turkey's the worst meat you can eat.
I wouldn't
Really?
say that.
Dry. Gross. Need gravy to eat it. Not worth it. Give me a
I mean,
ham.
Have you had it done correctly?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it's not always
Turkey's
dry.
not always dry.
Yeah, you have to eat dark meat for it to not be dry.
False.
That's not true either.
I've never had a turkey that wasn't dry.
That's more a shout out to whoever is cooking that turkey.
Had turkeys from many different chefs.
And I hate to say these things, but at the same time, I'm not going to because I don't want to offend our biggest supporter.
Cecily doesn't cook.
Okay, then it's not on her.
Whoever cooked
Yeah,
him sucks.
That's my dad.
He doesn't give us money.
Gives me money.
How much?
A good amount.
Yeah, what are we talking here?
Well, splashback.
Not trickle down economics
Little
doesn't
trickle
work.
down, yeah.
The business must be good. All right, well, Jerry, you're clearly the Thanksgiving guy because you challenged me on Christmas.
What?
You said it was better than Christmas.
Yeah.
And I got so angry I screamed into a pillow.
I actually have a question about that. In what way is Thanksgiving better than Christmas?
Okay, so Thanksgiving,
One-word answers, please.
No.
yummy.
But,
Okay.
go ahead.
Okay, so Christmas, when you're a kid, is awesome, right? You get gifts from everybody. You have no responsibility, no stress. When you're older, you barely get any gifts. You have to get gifts for all your family members. You have to remember to do a bunch of stuff. And then at the end of the day,
What is a bunch of stuff that you have to remember?
My gifts.
gifts. And then
Okay, so that counts as one.
and then you're stressing. And I live in Strongsville, and living in Strongsville in December is
Yeah.
terrible.
All right,
Okay,
you know what?
that's
I'll
fair.
give you that.
So
But usually it snows
That's-
around Thanksgiving, too.
yeah, and the reasons.
No, it's not the weather he's talking about. It's being close to Strongsville Mall. That place is a murder zone.
Yeah.
I would think just being in Strongsville in general.
It's
No,
it's
you
usually
get
not
way more snow
it's
out
usually
here.
not great, but
We're in
oh
the
yeah,
snow belt.
yeah, you guys get a lot of more snow than
Yeah,
we do.
it gets aggressive here.
And I love Thanksgiving because I still like don't have to cook. I just show up, eat a lot of food, watch football, take a nap, eat more food, watch more football, go to bed happy. That's
All right,
it.
so you've got a nice setup on
Yeah.
your Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving is in my top 3. It
has
is in
to
my
be.
top 3. It's a great holiday because of the food and the football, and that's about it. But I think Christmas is also great, and
It's way better, actually. And matter of fact,
That's fine.
I think it's better too. But
so does the rest of America.
you can eat just about the same food. You can eat the exact same food if you want.
You can have ham whenever you want.
Yeah,
Fun fact.
I always
no.
have ham on Christmas.
Yeah,
So-
I have ham on Christmas too.
I had ham yesterday.
Also, I think football is also another big thing because with basketball, like
Basketball is normally pretty
Lame.
good on Christmas
Lame.
Day, though.
I know, but
No.
it's not
It's not
Thanksgiving
It's
Day
not
football.
football. No, I agree. It's not a Thanksgiving game, but
It hasn't been interesting since the Cavs and Warriors played.
that's true.
Yeah,
And
no.
that was an awesome game.
Literally, the season starts on December 22nd. So Christmas Day games, nobody will be playing because they're also going to be resting, and it's going to suck ass.
No, they'll stop. They'll play, but
Oh, they'll have games, but
it
like
just
LeBron's
won't
not
be
going to
anything
play.
Crazy.
Yeah. So
On Christmas?
yeah,
But what about the children?
I'm sure he'll play.
fuck them kids.
I'm sure he'll play. He'll rest
Yeah.
He'll rest once they clinch
What are you
playoffs
talking
in the
about?
72 game
Like,
season. So.
Brownie is basically grown. I'm pretty sure he's already drafted.
Next year, maybe. 2
Yeah,
years?
couple
Like,
years, yeah, a couple years.
You tell me a professional NBA team would not invest millions of dollars?
Plus, they're doing away with one and done soon, so he'll probably go straight to the NBA.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Not a sports guy.
It's a good idea, honestly, but that's sports.
I mean, back to the Kwame Browns of the world, I guess.
But my family doesn't do like, oh, everybody has to do gifts. We do like gift exchanges.
How did
So
we
I don't
get
have
from
to-
Kwame Brown to gift
Well,
exchanges?
Because he was saying a reason for him not liking Christmas is having to buy a gift for everybody.
Well, that's just Jarrett being rude.
Well,
Not
but
rude.
what I'm
It's
saying
no,
is
no. I'm happy to do it.
You
It's
save-
just stressful.
You save money and you don't have to worry about it if you're buying a gift exchange gift, because then it goes to some random person.
A
So
gift
you
exchange?
just buy a general gift.
But how do we get to a gift exchange?
You were talking about Kwame Brown.
Yeah.
I'm talking about how Christmas is better.
I know it's fun.
I mean, Kwame Brown ruined a lot of people's Christmases.
No offense,
There we
but
go.
this man can't play. His hands are too small. He has no post move that he can put to memory.
Exactly. Like, I'm sure you just gave a lot of people nightmares with that quote. Like,
He's
number one overall pick.
he's a bona fide scrub.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, more of that, which is actually fun. It's more of a guessing game, which I like. It didn't work for us when we picked what's his face out of Vegas.
Anthony Bennett.
Anthony Bennett. Yeah.
UNLV, baby.
Number one overall. all, the round mound of rebound 2.0. No,
No.
not the case. Trade him to the Raptors.
The
Gets dropped
blown,
a month
the
later.
blown draft picks we had after we got Kyrie Irving. Oh my god.
So, Stu, you said you asked me to come up with some laws for a new planet on my way here.
Correct. So that was the last headline that I had was, turns out, Elon Musk, once he colonizes Mars, does not plan on following Earth law. And I thought that was a super baller move.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm colonizing a planet, I'm the law now. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the law. So he's already gotten ahead of this. And he actually filed this in with, like, the agreements. And this is what led me to tell both of you, if we're starting our own country, I want to know what your guys' laws are.
I have very good laws.
There was...
I thought of some doozies.
I know what his laws are.
So, summarizing the government law aspect of all of this in one sentence. No Earth-based government has authority or sovereignty over Martian activities.
Okay.
And when you say that, it's Mars law. It's like air law or international waters.
That's so interesting. So on the moon, you would follow the laws of whatever country you are from, correct? I would assume.
If you're on the moon,
Jack, there's no laws on the moon.
Well, because so here's the thing.
I'm going to go with Jarrett.
In the ISS,
I'm team no laws.
that's fair. In the ISS, they have multiple different countries working in that, floating can.
Sure.
But the U.S. sends up projects for the U.S. astronauts living on the ISS to do. One of those was seeing the effects of marijuana on someone in space.
That's awesome.
Really?
So, if an astronaut from America is getting high, is an astronaut from another country going to face the consequences of that
Okay.
if they get a secondhand high or something like that?
See, you took that in an entirely different way. I was saying if I raised money and went to the moon, if I had to follow laws of the United States, and I'm saying no.
That's fair.
I'm going to side with Jared on that. Also, secondary highs, you're not going to get kicked out of space for.
Well, I'm just saying because some of those countries,
Secondhand
like
smoke,
China,
you're a victim, if anything.
you're not a victim, okay? China, and I've said it 3 times now.
China.
One more time,
Right.
just for those at home.
No, comedy comes in threes.
Beijing.
Beijing, the Great Wall. No, China is very.
There it is.
They're very strict on marijuana, and you can actually go to jail for a very long time if caught in the possession of marijuana.
So, like, United States 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Fair.
but even stricter because sometimes it can include a death penalty.
Not going to learn.
Can I give my laws for my Martian utopia?
Yeah, sorry.
Please do.
This is where I was taking
All right,
this.
so now, which is what I'm happy about. Now I asked you to figure out a couple of laws that you would think about if you were Elon Musk and you've colonized Mars. Now, you get to set the law. You're the captain.
Nice.
It pains me to say that, but in this scenario, sir, you are the captain.
Law number 1. No small, white-furred, eye-crusty dogs. Okay? Those will never be on my Mars. If I find a short-haired, small, white, eye-crusty dog, I'm putting them in a cannon and shooting them into the vacuum of space.
All right, you had me on that first bit. The second bit, can we just send them back to Earth?
No. They don't belong there either. Rule number 2.
Jesus.
Hey, he said wolf. Rule number 2. Chick-fil-A stay open on Sundays. There's no God here.
Oh my god.
I feel like you should lead with that first bet. And not make it about Chick-fil-A.
Rule number 3.
Kind of ties into my rule number 1.
The phrase, "let me see your manager" is considered hate speech. And the co-law of that is highlighted bob haircuts will be outlawed on any woman over the age of 35. Over the age of 35. Karens will not be tolerated in Mars.
I've seen a lot of 20-year-old Karens, but okay.
Well,
So, after the age of 35, you must grow your hair out?
or get rid of the highlights.
Or just cut it all off.
So you can't be fancy after 35. Life ends at 35.
Look,
Is that
if
what you're
you're-
saying, Jarrett? Because
if
I'm at
you're a
32
woman-
right now.
Well, enjoy it.
Stu, if
Trying
you're
to.
a woman in space and you don't have the Ridley alien's haircut, what are you doing?
Exactly.
What's even the point?
Exactly. Why are
Why-
you even in space?
Why even go on?
Go back.
Just open up that exit hatch.
Mm-hmm.
Suck
Right
it
out
out in
the
the
airlock.
vacuum.
Right out the airlock.
Guess who never has to see your hair anymore? Anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Problem solved.
And rule
Is that
number
what you want
4.
to say?
Mhm.
Don't people just kill themselves?
Yep.
Jarrett?
Yeah, rule number
Into
4.
the vacuum of space.
Rule number 4. Wow, we're going. All
This
right.
is my last one.
I was hoping for more after that, but all right.
The Mars Browns play the Mars Jets every Sunday.
Ugh.
Brown? I understand the Jets being a team in Mars because of space and jets. But why are the Browns still a thing?
Shouldn't they be the Reds because the dirt on Mars is actually red?
Or is it Paul Dirt? This guy, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
No.
It's an expansion team.
It's like the
All
Tex-
NFL teams will have an expansion on Mars.
Exactly.
It's like the Texans.
Yeah.
Nobody really likes them. All right, well, that was actually very well done, Jarrett.
Thank you.
I'm very happy with your laws. Outside of after 35, you kind of have to give up on your life.
No, it's just the hair.
Okay, well, when you give up on the hair, what's next, Zach?
I don't know. Go out the airlock, Stu.
You don't have to be on my Mars. Nobody asked you to be on my Mars.
True.
I'm already there, and
Go live on the moon.
I want to go live on Titan.
I just want to go where it's socially acceptable.
Dude, I heard there was
to be
an-
a certain age.
I heard there was an attack on Titan. You better be careful.
NASA just said there's water on the moon. So
Was it with giants? Human-looking giants?
No, I didn't watch the show. I don't know.
yes,
Yeah.
that's what happens in the
No.
show.
Okay.
I seen it with my eyes.
I synced it.
Seen it happen.
All right, so we've got our moon law now in place. Outside,
How's Mars?
I agreed with all of them except for that 35 age limit on having fun.
It's not having fun.
I
it's
still got
being a bitch
No. It's he said no more highlights.
in your hair.
No, I said the highlight and bob combo is forbidden.
Highlight Bob.
You can have highlights or you can have a bob. You can't have both.
What's the point? I'm out.
Okay.
You lost me on that.
And I said woman.
I want
Stu.
You didn't
freedom
say
of
women.
I said woman. You're
freedom
not a
of
woman.
hair and
Alright.
equality.
Yeah.
You're going in the canyon with the dogs.
That's a secondary thing after freedom of hair.
Rule number 5. Anybody named Stu dies instantly.
Well, good luck having fun.
And how is your name pronounced?
Sta.
It's actually pronounced Mr. Winsec. Yes,
Steve?
that is how we say my name.
No.
Well, that was well done, Jared. I'm proud of you.
Did I
Outside of like the ending of that.
Did I forget any laws that you guys would put in?
Murder.
Well, I've gone like I was kind of like leaning towards like anti like ignorance, like nobody goes hungry, like no child left behind. But no, those are
Yeah,
fun too.
yeah.
like,
Chick-fil-A's open on Sundays. Nobody
You're-
goes hungry.
Yeah.
You're expecting. Never mind. Never mind.
you nailed it. Is
Thank-
what I'm trying to say.
Thank you.
You crushed it.
Always do.
And
Always.
all right. So what else we got?
Actually,
Is that it?
yeah, it's tool of the week time.
It's totally time.
That flew by, huh?
It did.
I still have this trophy handy here from the last time Jarrett left it here, and then I earned it, so it stayed here.
Yeah, well, that's how it goes.
That's what happens.
I just wanted to remind everybody that you left it here by last week.
I did leave it here.
Just I wanted to bring that to the forefront while we talk about who we want to vote for.
That's old news, though.
Yeah, it's totally old news, but we all remember it.
Okay. Who would like to lead off the voting?
If you guys don't mind, I'd like to go last.
Okay, well, I'll go first. Let's see here. I think we had a good show today. You guys didn't really do anything. Stu was in a better mood today, and that's always good. Had a solid Stu's news. Still a little mean at times, but
It's
you know,
not hard
it is
to
what
beat
it
last
is.
week.
No, last week was tough. I kind of want to vote for him again just because how bad he was last week, but I won't. I'll vote for, I'll switch it up and go Zach this week. There's really no rhyme or reason, but he was peeking over Stu's shoulder a little bit. That still irks me, you know? He was making fun of me with my positioning of the cameras. That was annoying.
I did?
Yeah, and then I don't like being called Bud. And you both called me Bud.
Bud.
Yeah.
That's like my language.
Come on, Bud.
Yeah, see, not a fan of that.
Buckaroo.
I say bud all the
Is
time. bud.
Buckaroo better?
Is Buckaroo better?
Yeah.
Sure.
Man, alright, guys,
How?
I've been saying Buckaroo a lot, and I don't know why, but I kind of like it.
Okay.
Your Xbox just is enthralled by the things you say.
It's one of our 2 listeners.
Also, Zach didn't have any rules for Mars, which was a bummer.
Well, they didn't. I
Except
didn't get asked.
except for no secondhand smoke.
I
Which,
didn't get asked.
you know.
I did tell you that on your way here.
You didn't ask me though.
And yeah, that'll all my votes for Zach this week.
Didn't get asked what my Mars laws were.
Do you have any Mars laws that you'd like to add quickly before anything said or done? Before you read your vote?
Well, I guess not now since we're already here.
Okay, well, since we're already here, might as well cast your vote.
Okay. Rude.
I gave you a platform.
Yeah.
Do ties go to the previous winner? Just curious.
Stay tuned.
Let's see. It was a good show. Jared's correct. My vote is gonna go to Jared.
Why?
Why?
What did I do?
Well, you were half an hour late because you left your equipment in your mom's car.
I explained why I was late.
Yeah, you left your equipment in your mom's car.
Doesn't make it okay.
Okay.
It's been what? I mean, it's been over a week.
You know
since
we do
last
this
did
every
our
Friday.
show. You know we do this every Friday.
Yeah.
You knew what we were doing today,
Mm-hmm.
and you chose to leave the equipment in your mom's car.
Don't leave it. I thought it'd be there. It wasn't there.
The car wasn't there.
Car wasn't there.
The car that
know what else
someone
wasn't
else
there?
drove.
Yeah.
Your effort.
What?
Effort wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
Putting a lot of effort today. I could have
Trying
just
to help him.
could have just said, you know what, guys, no show today because I left
Also,
my.
he said he's just gonna murder dogs on Mars.
Okay, those aren't dogs. Those are little rats.
They're dogs.
I exterminate rats.
And your hate speech is also not okay.
Hate speech.
Of dogs.
Yeah, because I hate dogs.
Well,
I don't know, man. I was pretty topsy-turvy. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm not gonna let you finish.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off. Jarrett, the Toolbox is a very dog-friendly show,
Oh
and
my
dogs
God.
come in all shapes, and dogs come in all sizes.
Oh, I forgot, Zach. You have one of those little ratty things, don't you?
I don't have one.
Some dogs are big, some dogs are small,
Mm.
but all dogs go to heaven.
Mm.
And for that, Jarrett, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Okay.
That's not how I saw this going. Not gonna lie.
You could have just voted for
Zach?
Stu, and he would have had it again.
Why?
No, you voted for Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah. I vote for Zach. Zach votes for Stu. Stu votes for Jarrett.
No, if anything, I would vote for Zach.
If
so
anything,
I
you
didn't.
would've voted
It
for
wasn't a
me.
tie.
Oh, you're right.
I'm going out on top, bro.
That's why he wanted to go last.
Oh.
I said if it
He
doesn't
wanted
matter,
to
and you're
not
going, oh,
lose.
No,
it's
he would have
no
voted
issue.
for me regardless. Got a spite, I think.
I'm not gonna lie. Zach's argument, it sold me. He's like, Jarrett's a dog murderer.
Okay. So I'm just gonna ask this right now. Okay?
All right. You know what? I'm gonna hear his rebuttal, and if it does sway me, I reserve the right to change my vote.
I've had dogs my entire life. There's never been a dog that I don't like. I like big dogs. I like little dogs. But in my neighborhood in Strongsville, these little ratty things run around.
What kind of dogs are they?
I don't even know what they're called, but they have little white. They're like this big. They have white fur and they have like crusties all over their eyes. I think you guys know what I'm talking about, right?
I know what you're talking about.
Take care of them.
These things run around rampant in my
We
neighborhood.
call them yap dogs.
Yes, they never shut up. They're so annoying. And the main goal here is to not harm them. It's just to not let them on Mars. And if they do,
answer to that is to send them into the vacuum of space so they die.
Your answer was to send them into the vacuum of space. so they die.
no. See,
No, it was.
hold on.
Play it back.
Which would painfully rob them of oxygen and they would freeze a lot.
They would
Sweet.
explode.
If it were up to me, these dogs would not be here. We make it very clear to the people on Earth or the moon who are traveling to Mars. If you have a white, small, eye-crusty dog,
Why's it gotta be a white dog? Just thought.
Ooh.
Can't it just be a small dog?
Jared's talking about some sort of genocide right
I
now.
feel like
too.
there's a lot of intolerance on
Yeah.
Jarrett's Mars.
hey, my family, a part of my
Here we go.
family
Back to
Uh-oh.
West
was a
Virginia.
big white dog.
Yeah, West
all right?
Virginia family.
Manny, and he
There
was
we go.
my best friend up until the day he died.
And he was white.
He was
Uh-huh.
white as snow.
Uh-huh.
Well, that was a good ending to speech. But Jarrett, you are still the tool of the week. And for that, you get the spotlight. We will take a quick acceptance speech.
No.
If you have one planned.
He's
If not,
abstaining.
I would
Have we
suggest
had
like
anything?
I demand a recount.
Okay.
Zach, who do you vote for?
I think the write-in ballots aren't in yet. Can we wait a week?
Zach,
He's gonna sue the show.
I'm gonna do this right now, just so there's zero question.
Mm-hmm.
Zach, who you vote for?
I voted for Jared.
I also voted for Jarrett.
I voted for Zach. See, these numbers aren't adding up. We need another recount.
You want another one?
Yeah.
You want me to do that?
Yep.
Zach, who you vote for?
I voted for Jared.
I also voted for Jarrett.
Well, I voted for myself. So this is 3 different outcomes on 3 different
Alright,
ballots.
So it's even getting worse for you.
It's looking worse, actually.
Okay, here's what we do.
Jarrett, you even voted for yourself after that joke.
All right. We go home. We write in our ballots. We send them here. And we take a week to count them. And then Stu refuses to give up the trophy. And then that's it.
Jarrett, would you like me to do your speech, or do you want to do it?
Oh my God. 4 years ago, I was on the Toolbox. Hated it then, hated it now. Thanks for the trophy. See you next week.
Preach!
All right. I'm glad you're excited to be here.
That was real good, bud.
I can't believe this. I do the responsible thing. Tell you guys an hour that I'm going to be like 20 minutes late.
You tell us an hour out, you're going to be an hour late.
An
Here we
hour
go.
before, I was going to be 20 minutes late.
Just
You guys
like the
ask
show
me to.
started,
You guys
full of
ask me to buy you
excuses.
beer. I buy you beer. Do everything I
Ask
can to
you.
make it up.
Actually, that was a nice touch, Jarrett. Thank
Not
you
just
for
beer.
the
I buy
beer.
you the fanciest of beers that BP gas station had to offer.
And even that didn't save you from
Nothing
being
can.
Tool of the Week. And with that, I say goodbye. But before I do that, gentlemen, if people actually liked listening to this nonsense
You know.
and they wanted to follow us a little bit more, how would they go about doing that?
On Twitter and Instagram at Jared Andrews.
Ring the bell. No, not Jared Andrews. What?
Did you see him?
You pulled a sneaky.
He was so excited.
Ring the bell.
Yeah, I was about to be like, done.
If you want to follow,
Rapid fire.
If you want to follow us and find out what else we're doing, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Toolbox_show.
Right.
On Facebook at Toolbox Live. YouTube is The Toolbox. You can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/Toolbox.
YouTube is the Toolbox.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm trying to get hip to that myself.
Subscribe to our YouTube. That's really important.
I should probably do
Ring
that.
the bell.
We're gonna have a
Ring it.
I want to do some sort of merch for Thanksgiving, probably Jarrett themed because he loves Thanksgiving so
What?
much.
Oh, okay.
Why? What is that a bad thing?
You know,
It depends what you do.
No, it's gonna be good. You're gonna have a say.
you're
I
gonna
thought you were
love
gonna
it.
say eat your stuffing, and then you'll have the picture of me with Stu like brushing my face or something.
That's a great idea.
Jeez, that's so
Jarrett, hey, you know what? I want to take back my vote after that great idea.
You want to recount?
good. Another recount. All right, thanks for watching the Toolbox, guys.
And that'll do it for today.
Bye.